What's good, everybody? This is the TFNMP podcast with your host, DJ Punch.
And I'm the coolest motherfucker on the planet, CoolAzzCam.
And as always, this episode and all episodes are brought to you by Innovative Culture. Make sure you follow Innovative Culture on Instagram at innovative.culture. Make sure you follow the podcast at the TFNMP podcast. And while you at it, follow your boy at I am DJ Punch. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the host Shabam Boo Baby. Where they following you at, Cam?
Y'all can follow me at CoolAzzCam. That's COOLAZZCAM.
Yes, sir. And while you at it, make sure you subscribe to the website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Also, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, youtube.com/innovativeculture. CoolAzzCam. We got two special guests in the building, bro.
Oh, yeah. They came a ways to
They
come
came
out
from
here.
far and wide, bro. Pulled up on us. You know what I mean? Came through for the interview, reached out, man. I appreciate them for coming through. I know they've probably been running around doing a lot of business.
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah.
That's normally how that shit work.
For sure. For sure.
But, man, look, we got SK in the building and we got Chizz Capo in the building. What's up, fellas?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
What's up, man? Y'all want to put your Instagram plug anything?
Yo, for me, it's at SKTHAGR and then number 8. And that's Instagram and Twitter everywhere.
Yeah, y'all can follow me everywhere at Chizz_Capo. That's CHIZZ_CAPO.
Hey, I caught you looking at my paper, bro.
Yeah.
I see you. You see what that is, man? You didn't fuck it up, though. You see why I write it down? Anyways, man, I appreciate y'all for coming. Where y'all from?
Boston. Well, I'm technically from like the North Shore of Boston, which is like 40 minutes out from Boston. But where I'm from is like, have you ever heard this Salem witch trials?
Yeah. Oh shit.
So that's that area right there where
I ain't fucking with it.
so that gives you a perspective of where we are on the map.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, that's on that area I'm around. He's more closer to Boston than I am.
Boston, real Boston.
So if you in Boston and you say you from Boston, you got to run a fade because you technically like 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
They talking shit, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's we say Boston because people know.
People know Boston.
People
They know Boston, yeah.
If I tell you like, oh, I'm from Peabody, Massachusetts, you're like, Peabody? What are you talking to me,
Yeah.
bro? You know what I'm saying? What are you
LA
talking
is
to
like
me, bro?
that. You know, it's so many sub-cities and things like that to where people know LA, you know, because of Snoop Dogg and shit. People know Long Beach now.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of places like that don't really get the recognition because they might be a...
Perfect example, bro. We in Signal Hill, which is like part of Long Beach, but not
Yeah.
really. So if you from Signal Hill, I'm pretty sure if you talking about you from Long Beach, it's gonna have you gonna get pressed on the issue a little bit.
Like, nah, you ain't from Long... You on the other side.
Signal Hill, you on the hill. That's some rich people shit.
Oh man.
That's cool, man. What was it like where y'all grew up at?
I'm suburbs for the most part. Him, he could tell you a different story.
Yeah, I'm in the city, so you feel me? It's like how it's like in any.
It's a little more popping in the city?
It's a little popping out there. You feel me? A little treacherous.
Oh, okay. Y'all were born and raised there, or just
Yeah.
moved there young?
I was born
Whole
and
life,
raised
yeah.
there.
Oh, okay, cool. That's some shit, bro. Y'all been in the snow. I don't think I can
Yeah,
get used to
man.
that shit.
Look, we came
used to
from
that
30-degree weather to fucking I don't even remember what.
It's like 89 out here, bro.
All right, see
I
that's
love
what I'm
it,
saying.
though.
I stopped caring because I knew it was gonna be warm. So I was like,
Hey,
I love it.
It's
bro.
better than 30. I'm
Yeah,
cool.
I need
I'm
that
cool out
break
here.
from the cold.
Welcome
no
to
matter,
Cali,
no
bro.
matter how long
Yeah.
we've been in it, we can say we used to that shit, bro. But we can never get used to that cold, man. I hate the cold.
Yo,
He's like, I don't fuck with
it'd
it.
be awful, yo. Since like global warming's happened over there, it's like 30 one day, 60 the next day, bro. It's insane.
Flip-floppy
It's
as
just, dude. I'm like, you don't know what to do. You don't even know what to wear.
Have y'all kind of figured like with? I know y'all noticed the smog. Have you when y'all first was breathing out here? Did you kind of fuck you up a little bit? Because that's my question. Because I go to other places and I realize how much more purified that shit is in here. Where I'm almost like I'm trying to take that shit in like a blunt, you know?
Nah.
I would assume the opposite when people pull up here. Shit.
Nah, I feel like that might be closer to like if you're in Denver or somewhere where you're high altitudes up. But it hasn't really. I've actually never even thought about that when you actually say that because.
I only say that because, you know, on Apple,
Yeah.
you go and you look at the weather. I think that we pay attention to that shit. I'm not sure if y'all do, but that motherfucker will tell you the air quality on there. And that shit'll say poor. I've never seen it in the green. That shit always in the red or the yellow. Red or the yellow, bro. That shit's scary. It's other people in other states that ain't got to worry about shit like that. What you got to worry about in Massachusetts?
Snow, ice, what else? There was a tornado recently, which was fucking weird.
Y'all got tornado?
I guess
It
it's this.
don't
I
be-
guess
it's
it's
not
the
common,
year.
but-
It's not common at all. But
You know, we deal with earthquakes and shit over
Yeah,
here.
See,
That's
that's
crazy.
that's what scares me
I
about
can't
Cali,
fuck
bro.
with an
I
earthquake.
mean, you guys always hear that tale of like if California has another earthquake, it's just gonna split off the fucking United States and
Yeah.
be by itself. And now I'm like, Man, that could be a cool idea, but that's also scary. You got
That's
water
some real- yeah.
surrounding
Could be an
you
island like
everywhere.
Hawaii.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That
but
shit would
then-
be dope.
Yeah, but then what happens when the ice caps get really melted and everything? The water rises to the point of maybe you might just get taken over by water.
Then the science start kicking in.
You know, like the real shit, the movie shit.
Elon Musk know that he's doing something. Something's going on. I don't know what it is, but
How y'all been feeling about the heat out here? I know y'all been out here to experience a little bit
I'm
this week.
enjoying
the
it,
heat,
bro. I'm
like the
enjoying
heat.
it.
I
It's
mean,
hot.
for
It's
me,
been hot
for
this
me
week.
personally, I'm a very fair skin, obviously, but like.
Like, I have other issues I gotta worry
but
about.
yeah, I need SPF 80, 100. Like, I'll burn. Like, the crazy thing is, it's like, it's not worth it in the beginning because it's like I lobster, but then I turn to like a caramelized, like a little, like the colors blended in a little bit. It's
Yeah.
not just red.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
He's like, I got an undertone, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. But the beginning step of that is not worth it. So I'm just like, yeah, man, like 30 minutes out here could do some damage on the top of your head.
Good.
I know what he's talking about. He's talking about that peeling shit. Once you peel, you just a little bit darker.
Yeah, yep.
You know what I mean? You waiting
It
for
looks
the
good.
peel.
It looks good, but the peeling is not worth it.
Yeah.
But the look is. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
I used to have these neighbors that were like super, super white. And I seen them laid out one time, like, because they had really bad fucking sunburn.
Yeah.
And they was laying out there, they had put vinegar on. And I was like, if this ain't the fucking weirdest shit I ever seen.
About to cook some shit?
That's what I was
start
like.
thinking
I was tripping because I'm like, why the fuck do you have it? They said it pulls heat out of your skin or some shit like that. I don't know. It's some weird fucking shit out there people doing.
Where are they from?
They out here.
Oh,
See?
If it work, I mean,
yeah.
maybe.
I mean,
Somebody
I
in
wouldn't
their
be surprised.
That shit crazy, man. What about you? How the weather treating you out
Hey
here?
man, the sun, feel me, give me superpowers, so I'm enjoying it.
You feeling it. You enjoying this shit. though.
Daylight savings cracking out here right now.
Yeah, that's what's fucking me up though. The time difference. You feel me?
They talking. I think they keeping it like this now. I don't think they changing it back.
Yeah,
Time
they say it ain't
difference
gonna change no
fucking me
more.
up.
They say this supposed to be it. This supposed to be the last time change that we gonna have forever.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What if that shit fuck everything up?
How they decide that though?
And who's in charge of making that
That shit
decision,
don't make
right?
no sense to me. Like,
You want to know the type of things that make me not want to go to Arizona? They never changed. They was like, nah, we just gonna keep it the same regardless. Like everybody else was like, nah, we change every time. Like, nah, they was like, nah, we just it's 6 o'clock here, bitch.
it's changing the time back an hour.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck going on with that. I'm scared that it's gonna fuck people up because imagine if we would have got stuck the other way though.
Yeah, it was
That'd have been
dark.
worse. It'd have been dark all the time. We would have had to try to figure that shit out.
That sounds like Alaska.
Oh, they go dark for like months.
14 hours a day or some crazy shit.
That's
It's
crazy.
like up there. It's just like the sun's never
That's
over
depressing.
there. Yeah. Just
There's
snow
times
dogs.
where it's like nothing but sun though too. I think where it's bright throughout, no matter
I
what.
wonder what it's like to live there. You know, like it's always. To me, it seemed like it's always cold. Like if you always cold.
Yeah,
Fucking. You like you said, 14 hours with no sun.
nobody lives out there, bro. I think people go out there to work.
People,
That's it.
but they gotta live there to work there.
Eskimos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tourists and shit.
The only people out Samoans go out
Well,
there.
what kind of tourist attractions could you have in Alaska?
Sled dogs.
You know,
That's it.
Like
Sled
a theme
dogs.
park?
You could do. Yeah, for real, you could do that.
How do you pull up on a bitch out there with the sled dog? Your shit gotta be lit. Like you gotta be like lined up with the little stones on your fucking sled. Your dog's gotta be combed out really
Speakers
good.
coming.
Yeah, got the speakers and shit. The Bluetooth popping.
Oh man, that's funny.
It's got subs on the back of the sled.
For real.
Like sled Uber.
Yeah, got the sled Uber.
Dress up the
got the
dogs.
seats in the back.
Got the lights too flashing in the background. Yeah, you like this music?
Then
That's
when
what
you
I'm
bring your
talking
homies, you get the XL, right? You know, like,
Oh, yeah.
like the Uber XL.
Like the
but
Uber
now
XL.
you can party with all your
Yeah,
people
they'll
like a
give
party
you-
bus and
They'll
shit.
give you heating pads and everything. They'll be good to go.
That shit, man. See, all these ideas they not even think about enough, bro. We can fuck it up. That's why you go out there to just work.
Right.
I'm just trying to take advantage of what's going on out there.
I feel it.
Ain't nobody doing nothing else up there but cutting up fish and shit.
That's where we get a lot of our fish from.
That's why I say Samoans go up there. They'll go up there and work for like 6 months out the year and then come back home.
It sounds like people what they do over in our area where they go fishing. They go out and they just fish for 6 months on those boats and then just come back.
I seen that shit on TV, bro.
Yeah,
know
Shit, they
anything
make
about
enough
that?
money to where they can last them other 6 months.
The wicked tuna is, I would say, from where I live, is about where it's Gloucester, Massachusetts, is where they get all those big tunas around out that way, and it's about like 30 minutes from me, 20 minutes from me.
Yeah.
So that area of it is just it's crazy though to see people just on the boat mad long all day, 16 hours a day, just fucking on the boat fishing.
That's why they get back and they just get drunk.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They get drunk.
Why they fishing?
I couldn't do that. Yeah, they get drunk while they fishing. That's a job. Well, Mexicans do that out here. Construction workers. If you see them like working on a house, like there's a 12-pack like chilling like at the bottom of the house.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's real shit. I speak from experience. That's it. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Shit, man. How long y'all been out here?
2 days so far. We
2
got
days?
in yesterday.
What y'all been doing since y'all been out here?
We've been settling. I mean, we went to go see the Tupac
that
exhibit.
Oh yeah,
That's dope. Yeah,
When that shit was really inspiring. I mean, it was a great way to start a Monday off to see his words, how powerful they were, even though they were written down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The culture that he changed, the things that he did for this culture.
Yeah, bro was ahead of his time. Like what I was thinking about it, I'm like, damn, like he was writing down like
Everything.
in case I died. He knew he was gonna die before. You feel me? He knew he was gonna die young. I'm like, he was so ahead of his time, bro. I felt like he was like 40, but he was only like what 20. 26,
He was only like 20. Yeah, he was young when he died.
Yeah.
And I remember when Tupac died.
I do too.
That's some shit.
I was 4 years old.
I was a kid. You were a kid. You weren't even like old enough to remember a lot of shit, but you remember
I
that shit.
that, and that's
Yeah, I
weird
was
to
born
me.
the
I'm
same
4 and I'm remembering. I had changes, and then it was just like, I don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean? That song brought me in. Ian, damn mama.
You remember the impact that it had, you know, his death when it got announced like that, you know, whether we was in school or whether we was wherever we was at, you know, everybody was talking about that.
Yeah.
Then you see the people that didn't get it. That was a funny part to me. People were like, why? What the fuck? Like, why are y'all
I'm not
kids?
gonna lie, I was born the year he died, so.
You were born the year he died. Also, he was
But you still
97.
listen to his
I
music.
was still going to shit though.
That shit cool. I mean, it's still cool. I understand people that even though it was before your time, you
Yeah.
still took the time to go back and listen to kind of see, because it was like, if all these people are saying that he's so influential, then that means that's something I need to pay attention
And
to.
most of your favorite artists right now are gonna say like that's their favorite artist. So you
Right.
wanna
I don't know
He
about that, bro.
inspired them.
there's
Nah, I
some
don't know about
disrespectful-
that.
There's some disrespectful. I don't want to say disrespectful.
I
This
feel
is
like
they
most
got their
people
own. They
be
got their
saying
own
Tupac.
views of how they look at stuff. I personally are, the music that I started doing was hip hop, and that's like the culture. That's the 5 things that brought hip hop together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still love like trap music, and I still like, you know, Lil Yachty and all those people. But it's when it comes to like you, I feel like you have to know who's done it before you actually can like prosper.
Yeah.
You gotta
People
know where
that-
you came from and see where you're going.
And like I can, for example, you got J. Cole, you got Drake, you got Kendrick Lamar, and those people are pillars, and they literally understand the game from front to back. When I mean by that is just not just the flashiness, but what hip hop does for the world. I feel like in general,
Yeah.
it's like the voice people have never had, and I feel like, for example, go back to Tupac. That's kind of what changed a lot of things. His words will get him in so much trouble. He'd be in jail, or he get beat up, or he got shot. You know what I mean? And that's just it's crazy too. And now how the world has changed to the point of, I think these kids are making songs and they're like, and they're talking about the people that they want to kill. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden they get shot.
Yeah.
And then that people, they just keep going and doing it. I don't feel like if they're making great ear sounding music, but they're not making impactful music, which I feel like hip hop is what it's made for. I mean, it's been around for what, 40 years?
Yeah.
Like that explains everything to me, at least. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I first grew up listening to the Beatles, so from that aspect, it's kind of 360. But like just like understanding from my point of view, like the greatest band, to like how they broke it down. You know, writing lyrics, the way they compose their songs, they're masterpieces in my opinion.
So you like a student. You
Yeah,
just think of a student of music in general, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, I put my time. I actually, like I said, I didn't say, but I've done this for about 5-6 years. The last 2 years have been really where like everything's came sense. But yeah, man, I learned under a homie over my way, John Glass, and I've learned everything from this dude. This dude, I don't know if you ever heard of Token. No. Well, he's a rapper out in Salem, Massachusetts.
Okay.
He's been everywhere really recently. But this dude, the way he showed me music and the way he made me understand stuff was just, it was incredible. It really brought to me what the point of making music was. I mean, yeah, it feels great, but like, why we really want to make music is to make something that's so impactful that sometimes it doesn't even need words. You know what I mean? That's the craziest feeling to me personally. I've made a couple songs that are just like like, what do I do with this?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's and that to me is my goal, is just to make great music.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, you know, you do what you love and the money will come with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like if I keep following that path, eventually something will be coming to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna work my ass off to get to where I want to get to, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just about trying to get there. You know what I mean?
You're just trying to make yourself in the right position.
Exactly.
So when it comes, you're ready for it.
Yeah, and like I said, and you know, me trying to learn the game, every aspect, all the way from like late '80s. You know what I mean? Understand producers before me. It's like, I feel like it's detrimental. You need to know that. You know what I mean? Because then you can bring that to any part of the game you want to bring to. Now it's like drill music, Afro pop. I mean, you got more reggaeton than you've never heard before. You know what I mean? It's just like different
I
sound.
thought reggaeton died for a second, bro. That shit just
shit's back, man.
that shit crazy.
That's just bad, dude. I mean,
lit,
they
too.
literally brought that back, and it's everyone's and I feel like in some aspects that kind of sounds like all surrounded by hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
In some essence, just the drums and the sounds, just like it's
No, it's all directly influenced by hip hop for sure.
it's crazy though. You know what I mean? And all these people are making money now off amazing music.
Mm-hmm.
Before, you probably wouldn't even think of that, but it's crazy, man.
Having that opinion that you had, let me ask you this: how you feel about Elvis? 'Cause that's-
I'm not, like I said,
that's
I'm
that-
very biased because I think Elvis stole a lot of great music, and just because he was white, it's what made it popular. That's my personal opinion. I'm more of a Chuck Berry guy. I'm more of a Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder. Like I understand Little Richard. I understand where soul came from. R&B, like back then it was pop music or rock music. Like I understand who started it first. Elvis was just in the right place. I feel like the right time, had the look, could shake his hips, and could
Ran
sing.
with it.
You know what I mean? And that's why I love the Beatles, because they never try to took anything from anybody.
They had their style.
They used the influences, and they gave the respects to the people that came up with the shit. They might have redid their songs, but they at least gave respects and was like, oh, this came from this. This came from this. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm very biased on that because I don't get it, to be honest with you. I really don't get it about like the whole Elvis thing. But I guess it's his voice, his look, and his shake of the hips. I mean, if I had a good face and could shake my hips,
He's like, put me in that motherfucker.
You give me that. You give me that guitar.
As a producer and having studied producers before you, what producer would you say probably has directly influenced you? Style wise, let's say style wise.
I want to say like this is very like everyone might say this, but Kanye West. I think his first 3 albums, and you start getting later in and stuff. I've always been like listen to the craziest shit. I think Metro now too. The way Metro's chopping up samples and he's like slowing them down, and he's really doing some crazy stuff. Like I would say Juicy J, but with the 808s. Alchemist sometimes.
He said sometimes. Wait a minute, explain sometimes.
It's cause like sometimes I'll be in the role where I'll just make beats that just happen. Sometimes I'll, like you heard Easy Days or like Just Blaze, you know, like just the live sounds and the live weird beats and shit like that. So sometimes, but like I said, there's a lot of people I take from Swiss Beats, Timbaland, just certain sonics that they use. Pharrell Williams is incredible, bro. Like without a doubt, he's a musical genius. You know what I mean? But Kanye has always hit ever since. And this is gonna sound corny, but I've been on him way before everyone just started getting on him because of the Netflix thing. Yeah. But Through the Wire, when I first heard that, it really hit me like I heard Changes. And the fact that he did 3 verses and they didn't even talk about this. The 3 verses were all different times of him with the wires in his mouth. So he started it without the wires, and then during the song you could hear he has some of the wires, some of them get bigger. You know what I mean? So I just think it's just impactful. From there, I started following the way he was making music, the chopping up the samples, and his recent stuff is really what's hitting me. Like the what was his last album? That's so awful. I don't even remember. Huh? Donda was crazy. Donda was incredible production wise. I thought it was incredible. Just like I love the gospel shit, man. The choir shit. Dude, you can't beat that.
There's a lot of things, like if you like on YouTube, you see a lot of cover versions of stuff. If I see a choir version, bro, I'm watching that shit. Of anything, I see a Future choir version, I'm gonna click that. You know what I mean?
For real. That's.
What about you, Chizz? Who's influenced you as an artist?
Oh man, so shit. It's a lot of people, man. So I'm Haitian, so I grew up with that type of background. So
okay.
my I would say like my moms and them, my aunties and cousins, they would listen to like Haitian music, but then my older brothers, they would listen to like rap music, and then my sisters, they listen to like reggae and like R&B music. So I feel like
You took all that. Huh?
I took all that
Soaked
and
it
put
all
it into
in.
my sound.
We were listening to the project beforehand, and I could tell.
So you notice how that last song got more of a little bounce, and the fourth song is more slow. You know, I just want to give people like all elements to the music. I don't want everybody to like try to box me in like, oh, he just do this type of music. He just, you feel me? Everybody's gonna get everything, and I feel like I be hopping in these different lanes and these different genres at like a high level. Like a lot of people be saying, oh yeah, I'm versatile, but I feel like I'm really doing this shit like for sure. Like
Sure.
That's cool, man. Let's get into one of the tracks. What do you want to play? Let's get into No Pass.
yeah, we can get
Yeah,
into
we
No
do
Pass.
that.
Right?
Let's get into No Pass. Hit that shit, CoolAzzCam.
No Pass is dope.
I feel the pressure, I'm afraid to feel the disappointment. That's why I work my ass off, could pop off any moment. And tell them suckers back off, they knowin' who she roll with. I know I made a bad call, but some shit can't control it. We had a pack to hold it down, but found out that you broke it. And I don't listen to no words, it's all about what you're showing. Every time I fuck a deep, she tell me that I own it. Was bad vibes the whole time, I just never noticed. Yeah, you don't get no pass anymore. You don't get no pass anymore. No, no. You don't get no pass anymore. You don't get no pass anymore. No, no. I keep it low cause they can never know a lie, yeah. Stay out the way and keep on putting in the pie, yeah. I changed my ways and she was asking why now. Think they could play, we tell them niggas find out. Yeah, I just take my time with this shit. Took a lot for me to ride like this. Yeah, got a baddie, everything always late. Had to tell them niggas, pardon my bitch. You don't get no pass anymore. You don't get no pass anymore. No, no. You don't get no pass anymore. You don't get no pass anymore. No, no. Knocked down, I never say no name. No, we mean business now, cause I don't play those games. And when you come around, I make the day go great. I only keep you around cause I get all of your face. Back up in my ways, it's starting to feel like it's the old me. Took a chance on you, I should've listened when they told me. I make no excuses, gotta charge it to the game. Got me looking stupid, know that I'm the one to blame. You don't get no pass anymore. 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 No, no. You don't get no pass anymore. You don't get no pass anymore. No, no. Yeah, but I can't decide. If you can't take it, I can't take it. Let's just compromise. I got bitches fucking with me cause I'm on the rise. Different with me cause I'm nothing like them other guys. You don't get no pass anymore. 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 You don't get no pass anymore.
Hey man, I always like
pass,
I always like a change in pitch, bro. I'm not gonna front. In a song when that shit happen, it
add a little spice.
add a little something. You know what I mean? That shit make you wait to the end.
Oh shit.
I ain't gonna lie, especially being a DJ, it's always I probably never get past 2 verses. You know what I mean? If I'm listening to a song for the first time, and this is something a lot of artists don't know. DJs listen to a song, they'll listen to a song if it's a cool song, whatever, you know, they'll listen to it all the way through regardless. But as far as DJing, you only gonna get 2 verses out of a song.
Yeah.
And then the next song got to get mixed in. You probably only gonna get 1 verse, but the 2 verses at most.
Yeah, facts.
So a lot of songs, bro, I don't hear anything past the second verse. So I wouldn't have even caught that, but something like that would make me like actually want to listen to the whole song. You know what I mean?
That was the whole the whole plan is, you know, breaking out of our shells a little bit, but just the breakdown of the beat. You know what I mean? Shout out to D Phrase,
the wizard.
yeah, Crazy Hands Dan is what I call him.
Hey, that's a dope ass
Yeah,
name.
it is.
I'll let him know because he's always wary about it. But yeah, he co-produced that with me. And like we were just trying to bring it out, and he's actually mixed and mastered the whole the whole project. So
Okay, that beat was crazy too.
So we work with him closely, but we were just trying. I think one day in the studio we were just trying to make something crazy, not just something simple. As you can hear, like the way it builds. Once it builds, and it breaks it down 808s, chopped up, whatever it is. But that's what we're trying to do is build a story, make a feeling.
And we sampled my vocal for that beat.
That.
Oh shit.
I can't. I got no pitch. You don't got no auto tune. I
gotta
got no
cover
pitch.
the ear a little bit,
It's all-
bro.
it's all-
You know what I mean?
But that's him. We took
so
that.
we just basically trying to whole bunch of new shit.
We pitched it up. So it's like, actually, excuse me, he did co-produce this as well. It's just his voice. So all three of us were in there, and it's like making, like I was telling you, the songs that are impactful, songs that actually like this is different. We're not trying to jump on someone's wave. You know what I mean? I feel like this is like the greatest thing about this project, that's showing our styles, but as well as that we can make our own lane, because the other stuff everyone else is trying to do their own thing. Like I feel like we're not even in anyone's really lane. I feel like we can touch in each spot, but like what I feel you hear is a masterpiece.
What's that word? Intricacies?
Yeah.
It's the small things.
Yeah.
So when I listen to music, I listen to it on repeat, especially if I like it. And every time I listen to a song, I'm listening for one part, one little thing, and I'll tune everything else out. And it's because for me, music is layered, right?
Yeah.
So I'll listen to one layer on one time, play it another time. I'm listening to another layer, and I'm just listening to it in layers.
So you really take it all
So I'm really
in.
taking
That's
it all
fine.
in. Pause. But for me, to break down a song like that is cool, because like what you talk about when you say like even sampling his own voice, that's something that I would have picked up on, and I would have been listening throughout the whole song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's how I listen to beats for the most part.
I wouldn't have known that it was his voice. I would have just thought it was just something produced or something you would have found.
Nah. Everything was organic, and that's the best part of it. Like when you don't have to use samples and you don't have to use, like, you create your own. And it just came out like that. We blended the two things, the slow pickup and then the drop, and then back to the slow with a like a cherry on top, kind of the way you look at it. It looks like a roller coaster. But when you listen to this before, like, I feel like the songs, the way they go, they blend. There's a pickup, and then there's a part where he's thinking about what he can do and what he might not be able to do and what he can do and what could get him in trouble. Bringing them back down to understanding that there's I don't want to say an object, but there's a lust that's pulling people away by being someone that knows that he's amazing on. You know what I mean? And then from there, he's realizing that everyone's just trying to hit him up because he's famous in some instances. So people think he's famous. So, and then he's realizing that people aren't really behind his back. So he's not passing them anymore. We're not, when we talked to you before, and then when we went popping, you started talking to us. You know what I mean? That's the representation, I feel like, of this album is that we know what we're going to. We know that the greatness that we are going to be putting out. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is just telling people now, like, don't expect us to be come back around when you don't even want to give us the time of day in the first place. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's what's happening a lot of days, is people just jumping on other tails. You know what I mean? Just because the next person's popping, they're gonna be, it doesn't matter. It's just clout. But this is us saying now, all the people that don't want to show love, don't want to come out, we're not passing to you when we come back around. We're going straight to the hole with it. I might fake pass right behind the back, bring it back, lay it up off the glass. Everyone, you know what I'm saying? But that's I don't know if that's explaining you to you, but
the part that I like is the fact that I picked up on it right away. The fact that there was a story within the song.
Correct.
It wasn't just words put together to sound good. There was an actual storyline. There was something to be told.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for you, how do you feel about the track?
For me, like, for No Pass, for me, how I was thinking about it is like, how someone do certain specific shit to you. You feel me? Like, bullshit, or try to snake you type shit, say certain comments, or just move funny, you feel me? Like, I don't get no pass no more, you feel me? Certain things you let slide, like, whatever. That's just, but for me, I was just at a level, like, no bullshit gets any pass for me no more, you feel me? So that's how I really was thinking about it when I was in that zone, when I was recording that shit.
That's cool. Where'd y'all record it at?
Over at Crazy Hand Dan's place in the Ugly Duck Studio.
Studios in Brighton.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How'd y'all end up linking up?
That's a funny story. So I was about to say a couple years ago, I was DJing for this group. I was just, I was playing their songs for them pretty much. And after our set, he was performing. Mm-hmm. And I was like, heard him perform, and I'm like, okay, I think I have some shit for him. You know what I mean? That one song led to...
Watch.
Yeah, to another song that led to just, like, understanding, like, what we see in each other is just, it's like, when we come together, it's like, Voltron, but it's not 5 of us, just 2 of us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, we're pushing each other to the next limit. That's why it's great about this project, because it's like, there's so many elements of different I'm gonna say different sounds and different feelings to it. Like you had the Afro type, and then you had the kind of like the old school hip hop with the live drums, and then you had some pop shit that was talking about what people be talking about nowadays, and then you have like, you know what I mean. So I just feel like it's pushing us to the next level. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel based on what you said, it's a true representation of what y'all are together.
Yeah, and in the instance, it's like a story. You know what I mean? We're creating a story by what we are creating. You know what I mean? Which is dope. Like, and the I say, like, it's just every time I'm with him, man, we just you know what I mean, and we just do it, and it's amazing shit, and we get shit done, and it's fire, bro. And that's what I just realized, is that I have to take advantage of great people in my presence. You know what I mean? And when we come together, dude, we can make some real shit. We can make some fire shit. You know what I mean? And I think it's gonna benefit both of us in the long run. You know what I mean? Plus, whenever he comes back around, you know what I mean? It's still gonna be love, and we're still gonna be working with each other. But this is like, I feel like it's really representing both of us right now. You know what I mean?
And it's setting groundwork for y'all.
Right, exactly. It's a great great starting part. Yeah. And that's the way we look at it, is like, it was just a piece to the puzzle right now. You know what I mean? Eventually, there might be 2, there might be 3. We never know. But this is gonna put people on notice, and we're just gonna keep working regardless. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
For you to say that you came to terms with realizing that you needed to connect with great people, was there past instances where you kind of let that shit slip, or you just didn't take advantage of an opportunity?
Yeah, that's 100%. The first shit I ever came out with was just like a produced single that I put out with 3 rappers on it, and those it was rushed. It wasn't genuine. It was that wave shit that people doing now that didn't realize back then, and it wasn't a representation I want people to hear of me. It wasn't anything that describes who I am as a person, and it's that made me fucking realize, like, you just have to. I don't know what it is, but once you feel it, you just know. You know what I mean? And I heard him, and that led to that connection to, because he's not gonna fuck. He's gonna tell me if my beats are whack. You know what I mean? So
how many times has he told you your beats are whack?
He don't reply.
Because people say that shit, and they be like, you know what? He's never actually told me, but if I believe he would.
He don't reply a lot. There's some times where he don't reply at all, and that is what it is. You know what I mean? But like, there's stuff when I make it, and I'm like, I'm rapping like him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in my, that's how when I make music, I know, like, I start spitting on it, because I used to rap when I first started, and I realized
I didn't know that.
Oh shit!
See, like,
here we go.
New today too.
But I realized.
Hey, learn this. Learn this. Everybody got their own hot 16. It don't matter if you're a construction worker. It don't matter if you work at a grocery store. A producer. Everybody got 116.
Somebody start buzz on the circle rapping. They gonna come out with that one rhyme.
So I feel like I was good at it, but I wasn't great at it. You know what I mean? And this is where hip hop was. I loved hip hop. I love the rapping. I love how it made you feel when you rapped. You know what I mean? And I had the ideas, I had the vision, but the voice, nah, it's not gonna work. People say you can work on it. Nah, I'm telling you, I don't got the voice for that shit. So I started getting intrigued by how stuff is made, and I worked that way. But it's funny, because when I was rapping, I used to love freestyling, and there was this part in Everett, Mass. Where there was called a freestyle clinic, and we would go there. They would pass the mic around, just play beats all night, and everyone would get the chance to freestyle. And I feel like that's actually helped me nowadays, because now I can when I'm making a beat, you can find the rhythm, you can find the pocket. When you find the pocket, you can elevate the beat even more. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about you, Chizz? Where were you at in life or in your career when you met SK?
Shit, so I was performing at the Brain Music Hall. I would say I was like in year 2. I like making music, and shit was pretty popping for me at the time. SK came to me. He was like, "Yo, I got some beats," and you know, everybody always coming to you. Like,
Everybody got the beats.
Yeah. I was like, "Yeah." I gave him my email, so we'll see if you send beats. So he sent some beats. I was working on a project at the time, and he happened to send a beat. I recorded on the beat. That shit was fire. Sent it back. He fucked with it. You feel me? So I'm like, all right, cool. So now how I work is, if I work with a producer, you feel me, I'm not gonna stop working with you after I get a beat. So you know, if I'm continue working, I'm gonna ask you like, yo, send it back through, or like send. He was just always sending shit through, and then we was just working on more music. And then he hit me one time like, yo, I think we could make a dope ass project together. And I've heard that a lot of times before too, but the difference is with him, he was like really like hungry about that shit. Like, and I fuck with people who match my passion for this shit because I love music. And he was like, he paid for all the studio sessions for this shit. Like, and that, you feel me? That right
That
there
alone
like,
shows
that
you
alone
the
just shows you
dedication.
like how much somebody want to work with you and how dedicated they are to the shit. So we put up to them sessions. We was creating fire. Like, he was coming with them beats and we was making them better and better every session. We was recording more songs every session, just going crazy. And then I really started to see the vision of the shit. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much how he linked
That's
up.
dope.
I mean, that shows true. He that truly shows that you influenced him. And
he
because
influenced
normally
me.
you would hear something like that and you'd be like, ah, damn, you paid for it up front. Like, ah, man, like,
But
but
what's so
but
dope
at the end
about
of the
it, though,
day,
is
but
like-
at the end of the day, for him to see past that and say, nah, this is something worth pulling from, because I think that because of the music that he already heard from you, he felt that he could pull something from you,
Right.
and it would boost his own music.
Right, and at the same time, they pushing me
Exactly.
to be a better artist. You feel me? Because they making me get out of my comfort zone
Yeah.
and start doing music that I wasn't really doing before. You feel me?
He had you singing in the booth, huh?
You
He
feel
had
me?
you.
You feel me? Like really telling me like,
It's
yo,
dope,
bro.
too. It's
It's
dope,
that you
too.
see that it works.
They tell me like, yo,
Yeah.
bro, you could do this. Like you could
Yeah.
sing. Like just do what you gotta do. And
Yeah.
hearing that confidence and that boost, bro, just pushes you further as an artist. So I was definitely getting a boost from him and the engineer. So it was like dope.
Yeah, we make a good team, all three of us, and that's who we're with too as well. The engineer, he's out and about right now, but
Shout him out.
Yeah,
Dan,
man.
D Phrase.
Yeah, shout him out.
At,
out
I'm pretty
D
sure it's
Phrase.
at
Give him
D
his
Phrase.
flowers. Oh,
Shit.
y'all.
Nah,
Oh, y'all
nah,
getting
nah.
them right
dog.
now.
Nah, he's an amazing dude. Like, without this project, this dude would have never happened the way we were trying to put it together, like sonics wise, and just getting everything sound cohesive. You know what I mean? Without this dude. And the repertoire, they've been working way past I was working with
Yeah, I've been
Capo.
working with D-Face for like 2
And
years.
so my thought process of when this process of me wanting to do something with him, I wanted to find somebody that was comfortable with, he was comfortable with, so I could get the best out of what we were trying to do.
Okay.
And that turned into, you know, me like getting to know Dan, and then me and Dan started collabing, and me and Dan started making some crazy shit, and it was kind of elevating everything, and it was like a pot. Once you like, or whirlpool. Once you're in that whirlpool, you just keep going.
You get caught in that
You
shit.
just keep going. But it was, dude, and that's how like this whole project kind of came about. At the end of the day, we found the right engineer, and I feel like that's the hardest thing to find.
Yeah,
out
people don't
nowadays.
realize how important engineer is, bro. Engineer make or break you as an artist, bro.
Yeah, because like I said, people listen to music in layers. I see music as in layers, right? If you can't take those layers and you can't perfect the sound of each one of those layers, something's going to be off.
Yep.
Something will definitely be off, and you can hear it.
Yep.
You can, like, all the way down even to not compressing the vocals all the
That's a
way down
fact.
correctly. You don't want to hear no peak in the fucking song, bro. You
Makes
don't
a
want nobody,
difference.
like, jump when they hear
People
you
don't-
singing,
people
bro.
don't be listening to
Trust
that.
me. We spent hours and hours on this shit, and it's still. I feel like there's some tweaking we can do about it. Like,
How bad does it irritate you, bro?
bro?
Sometimes- I'm not gonna lie, though.
dude, I nitpick on this shit.
Yeah, they be
so
forcing it
much,
sometimes.
bro.
I be feeling like the shit's be
And-
sounding
and-
fine.
You ever look at you over in the car and be like, that's where you fucked up at?
Nah. We made sure we got the recording part done. It just made sure it was that, so we could just get all the sounds together. But I guess nitpicking it's you hear it so much. Like he says, you hear it so much. You hear a version so much, you start falling in love with it. That's the problem I have with it, because I don't want this project that we created to come off like it's just, you know, whatever. Because this is I feel like my comeback in some essence with the first fall I made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With just making just making a song and dropping it out with all these people. You know what I mean? Paying for these people's verses, and it just didn't make sense. You know what I mean? So I think the nitpicking part is coming from just making sure this shit's perfect, like 100% perfect. And I think that could be a problem too at the end of the day, because then I'm starting going through all this other stuff, and then that might change the whole mix of the song.
Yeah.
Because you start nitpicking at it, and then you don't like it because you've been listening to it for a certain way.
You calling Dan at 2 in the morning talking about some, hey man, so on the horns, if we could just turn that down, just
100%,
like that, bro.
100%. Like, yo, I was listening to my car and the horns aren't really popping. Can you make them pop? You know what I mean? So it was just shit like that. I think you're just listening to way too much. And so, like, Cali was a good point of just, like, trying to spread the word a little bit, and then just try to create more, bro. Like, just try to get in the room again, try to elevate us. We all been working, like, you know, our jobs and shit, so it's tough times to get to a studio session and really make it really worth it right now. So we got, like, 5 days, and we're just going to make some fire, dude. And that's kind of the whole plan, is just celebrating what we created, but also starting another fire. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's not over. Like, we know the potential that we can do when it comes to making music. So we just, you know, we were like, fuck it. Let's go try to promote this thing. While we're promoting, let's make some music. Because we know if we're all on our shits, dude, it's game over. Like, that set us up for another project that we can take care of later down the line. You know what I mean? Plus, the way we making music, man, this shit, it's just like, we just keep going, and it's just making sense. For him, it's making sense. For me, it's making
y'all
sense.
having fun at the same time.
Yeah, bro. There's no bullshit. Like,
y'all enjoying it while y'all doing it. So that's what
Yeah.
makes the work even that much more enjoyable.
You sounded like a pimp just now.
My former life.
Oh shit! Let's get into the next track, bro. Easy Days, Cam's former life.
Okay.
Easy Days?
Easy Days.
I got
Never having no.
I got
easy
Chancing.
days.
Love Hurts.
Love Hurts. Okay.
It's called Easy Days, but that's the file.
Yeah, we understand. Final 222. Final.
Yeah.
Final mix.
So this is the 5th song.
Yeah, easy days, never having no easy days. Play, keep away with power, I need my people pay. Can't hang around with niggas, I gotta keep awake. And I need it all in a hurry, they wanna see me wait. Know that shit it all been buried, they'll never see the day. And you been out mingling, searching her, that's what people say. I've been out here spazzing on verses, trying to get people straight. Autographs, I saw them in cursive, all on her titties, yeah. Got some static, see me in person, no, I don't see no fair. On the other side, niggas wild, we gotta leave him there. Free J, he didn't take trial, think he got 3 more years. Say you hate me back then I'm out, don't wanna see more tears. You wasn't even there, how could you just speak on the subject but you believe him, yeah. Got some motion mixing the potions and I don't even care. Hyper focus places I'm going, they'll never meet me there. I just love winning, yeah, like cigars in the air. Hold applause to the end, you got lost in the rear. When I need them most, they never close, they all disappear. Our relationship been on the ropes, it's far from repair. Shit that I've been through, they never knew we far from compares. Fuck up every day to tell the truth, we all need a prayer. I know this shit can get wicked, I put on for my niggas till we all start winning, yeah.
Yo, bro, that was dope as fuck.
Yeah, you see, it's different when you hear it just as it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, you could hear the gospel, like you just said to me on the side. Yeah, like I was trying to bring the pain out. You know what I mean? Trying to tell a story. You know what I mean? Dan did some bass on it. I got another bassist, Tiba, Thomas Forbes. I did some on there too. He also did the piano on there. And I just took it. I had this feeling, and I had one of these dudes up, and it's like, yo, can you like create this for me? And he's like, yeah. So I took it, and I had these drums, and I had this idea, this choir sound, you know, and I just try to bring it to life. And the drums just it brings you right in, and that's what we're trying to build. You hear like like that's supposed to be the last song. Then the song after that is a reprise, so it's like what's to come, so to speak. But this one is like, we wanted to make a statement. I feel like it makes you feel some type of way.
Yeah, definitely.
Right off, just the sonics of it just makes you like, it puts you in this seat, and it just makes you look.
Fuck, I jog into some shit like that.
You
ever catch a runner's high?
Yeah.
That's some shit you play on repeat when you catch a runner's high and you just sitting there jogging. There's nothing else. Your mind just fucking blank, and you just listening to some shit. You know what I mean? And then like especially with that track, like you can hear the musicianship in it. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that put like the packs together or whatever, like the sounds and stuff like that. But you can hear the difference when somebody's in there and they're actually.
And that's what I be looking
something.
for. You feel me?
Yeah.
So as an artist, I be looking for shit that's just different that no other artist is really doing. I don't feel like a lot of artists are using live bands in their songs. You feel me? So I just want to be that artist that stands out. So when he sent me that beat, I'm like, I gotta lock in and really like rap.
But you can hear that Kanye in it. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's the Donda. I think when Donda dropped around there, but you can hear it, like the choir. Dude, I love the choir. Like you were saying, bro, it's elements, and just I like making music that makes you feel some type of way. And sometimes it's not the greatest upbeat music, but it catches you in a way that makes you describe something that you would have never thought of. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a great representation of that. And I sent it to him, and I didn't even know how he was going to attack it, to be honest with you. Half the time, I really don't. He surprises the fuck out of me. So he hit it, and I was like, and it's exactly what I was trying to envision, but I couldn't figure out what he was going to say. So it was just a great, like, last song, so to speak. You know what I mean? Just to, like, end the project. And I feel like, yeah, man, like, you just feel it, man. There's not a lot of words to describe that, and that's kind of where we're trying to go with it, you know, make you speechless a little bit. Because, like it says, a foundation. It's a great foundation. You know what I mean? So
I know with this project, you guys influenced each other a lot.
Absolutely.
But as far as how you guys worked, did you guys work separately and then come together to record, or were you guys in the studio together while you were cooking up?
It was mixed. It was back and forth.
Majority of the studio though.
Yeah, majority of the studio. We had ideas, and then we would, I would obviously be at the sessions when he was recording. So that can turn into, Dan doing something else to it and making it something else, or helping him try different flows or different ways of changing his voice and shit. And it was, man, most of the shit we did, 100% of it is all together. There was not, besides the mastering part, I did that sort of by myself with Dan. But other than that, all the sessions we did together. And we did sessions where we just cooked up and we just made stuff, you know what I mean? Some of them to make out, some of them are real fire, but the cohesion of the project, it just made sense, ending it like that.
How did you approach writing it, Chizz?
Shit. I just went straight into it, you feel me?
Do you write or do you?
It depends. Like, it depends what type of mood I am. For that song, I don't remember what I did.
I think you wrote.
Yeah, I did. I definitely wrote for that song.
And that's the thing.
You sent it to me
and
earlier.
that's the thing where I was like,
oh yeah, if he sends it early, then I'm probably gonna write to it. You feel me?
And he surprised me
because
because
studio.
Yeah, go.
We definitely just gonna be getting straight into it.
It's
so
in the moment. It's how you feel in that moment.
Yeah.
What words is coming to you in that moment. Whatever you feel from that beat in that moment.
Exactly. You feel me?
Can you tell, do the songs come off different when you do the two different styles?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I'm writing something, I feel like it's always better because I know exactly what I'm saying. So I'm in the studio knowing how I want to say it. Exactly.
Your delivery's already ready.
So as far as being efficient, right?
Yeah, but then it's crazy because when you don't write and you first hear a beat, that first thing that comes out of you is always the best shit. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know, I fuck with both. You feel me? So it all depends on what type of mood I'm in and how the songs make me feel.
You got a record of the first, like, the way it sounds when it comes out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
A lot of times you'll say it a certain way when you got it written down and you're like, fuck, I'm never going to say it like that again.
Exactly. That's why, I do the voice memos.
Oh, okay.
That's how I remember. I be doing the voice memos.
Yeah.
So I don't forget.
Hey, man, there's a lot of different ways people do it. Like, I don't know how
that,
motherfuckers
man.
used to do it back in the day. It was legitimately like pen to paper, or you was on some Jay-Z shit where you was
I
in
want to
there.
try some pen to paper shit one day, though. I never did that yet. So I definitely want to try that just to see if I got it. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I'll be dope.
Shit, I know you still right, huh? SK, don't lie.
Nah,
I gotta hear that track though. I can't front.
He said, I need to hear some music,
we
bro.
get back in the
Get
V,
that
I'm
back
ready to
catalog.
pull
Where
that
it's
shit
at.
that's the reason why I got face for radio. You know what I mean? I'm not with that whole. I'll be in the back. I'll be straight. You know what I mean? Seeing the expression on people's faces of how the beat makes them feel. This is all I need, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, bro, I don't care about the limelight.
Are you naturally that type of person, or is that just?
I'm very humble.
for-
I'm very hard on myself. I'm very humble. Like I fucked up in the past, so it's like now it's there's no bullshit. There's no fucking around anymore. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that's helped me elevate my game as well, but also be hard on myself. And sometimes that's tough because I'm so hard on myself that I can't get out of my own way.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I feel like I've been finding my way lately, you know what I mean? And it's just been getting easier and easier and easier. So all the hard work finally pays off, you know, at the end of the day. And you can hear it, too, in the project, you know what I mean? And so it's just great things coming forward. And that's all I want to do is create greatness, you know what I mean?
As far as, like your past and feeling like you're moving forward and you're progressing, what do you think has really led to that? Has it been the music or?
It's been both. I feel like anytime I've fucked up or anytime I have pain, I go straight to the music, create something. You know what I mean? You can hear some of that too in it, but like that's usually how I feel. Like I don't usually make beats just to make beats. I usually make beats to make it how I feel. You know what I mean? Might be like the craziest, you know, grimiest beat in the world. Might be the most elegant, soulful, you know, gospel choir shit you've ever heard. You know what I mean? So,
you was depressed when you made that. Like, that'd be some crazy shit, huh?
Bro, yeah.
Some pretty ass shit come out, some depression.
Bro, straight up, bro. And it's and those ones that you hear, like Easy Days, is just it gives you those shockwaves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's good, man. Well, look, before we get out of here, we're gonna play Chancing, but we're gonna play it on the way out. So just describe the song.
Oh yeah, so I had to fight with him actually.
Yeah,
this is the one y'all had to fight over.
I didn't like it at first, but knowing me, I got onto it and I started listening. I'm like, okay, this makes sense now. But before I didn't have an idea for it pretty much.
Yeah, but this was one of them records. You feel me? I just went in on this song. You feel me? I heard the beat, no chorus, no nothing. We just went straight into that song and just went crazy. So Chancing.
Yeah. Go ahead, play it.
From the lowest could imagine, I still run it back like Jackson. Fill out with my recent bitch, a lot of selfishness and baggage. Put too much work into my craft, got every right to really tax him. And they took him out the game by 21, not talking Madden. How I look like out here chancing, knowing I got so much to lose. Always expect the unexpected, don't ever think it can be you. And we ain't taking any checks if the zero's not more than 2. Fuck it 3, make it 4, we gotta take it to the roof. The disrespect I can't ignore, you always fucking with my mood. I put my bitch in new Dior's cause she gon' slurp it like it's soup. At the top is where I stay cause it fit better with my view. Face these hardships every day, but somehow we get it through. Make a way, they'll say it's luck. Boy, we got 380 tucked. They been knowing I'm the one. Fuck it deep, she screaming fuck. Fuck is this ain't enough. Come back when you get it done. Split it like a semi-truck. Clear my head by rolling up in the front. Got my back, so you the one. Calm down, get your homie touch. Been out of place, so I adjust. Sat down with OG, telling me you showing too much love. Filling up my voice, I need a freak. We headed to the club. Rare chick, she gon' shake that ass. I started throwing dub. Fuck with me, it's one hell of a road. I tell them buckle up. I respect the niggas, handle business, lift they homies up. Niggas fake like they be from the trenches just to get a buzz. 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 Just to get a buzz.
Yes, sir. That was Chancing. That was a dope track, bro. That was a dope track. I fucks with that one. What was the big fight about that one? What's going on here?
It didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, he didn't want to put that.
He didn't make sense to me, so we compromised.
We do it? Make it a bonus track?
Yeah, no, we made it. We kept one track in because I had originated one at 5. 5 just felt like a good number.
So we added that.
So we added the 6th, which was sort of like not really fitting into what the other 5 songs were, but just like something that's to come. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. And you, what was your side of the story?
That shit was fire.
He's like, I was listening to it in the car one day, and I was like, nah, that got to do it.
We was bumping that shit in the studio. I'm like, yeah, this shit's hard.
The studio tricky though, because the studio got all the nice speakers, all the acoustics is right in the studio, and then you go play it in the car, and there's some different shit.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful sometimes with that.
In the car, it was fire in the studio. So I'm like, yeah, that shit got.
I'm fighting for this shit. Fuck that. We can run the fade out back.
Exactly.
SK.
That's why I'm like, yeah, this is
SK was like, never mind. It's making
I was like, damn. I started hearing it too much, and then that was it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it makes sense now.
Fuck. Hey, sometimes hearing it too much is like that. That might be the single, damn.
Yeah.
Because a lot of singles that artists put out is some hearing too much shit.
Yeah, for sure. That's the serious thing.
That's
crazy.
cool. Well, shit, man, I appreciate y'all coming through, bro.
I
appreciate the love, man. I appreciate y'all
Absolutely.
reaching out. We definitely gonna have y'all back. Let us know the next time you in town.
For sure.
And before you go, man, plug anything y'all want to plug.
At SK the Great, everywhere. SKTHAGR, number 8, Instagram, Twitter. I'm over there.
Yeah, I'm at Chizz_Capo, CHIZZ_CAPO. No passes on the way. Make sure y'all all tap in, man. It's gonna be crazy.
Yes, sir. CoolAzzCam. Where they following you at, bro?
Follow me at CoolAzzCam, COOLAZZCAM.
Yes, sir. Y'all can follow me at I am DJ Punch. Make sure you follow the podcast at the FMAP Podcast. Follow Innovative Culture at innovative.culture. Make sure you subscribe to the website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, Innovative Culture. Make sure you follow Milk It Media. Shit, on the boards over there in the back. Make sure you follow her at milkit_media. Subscribe to her website, milkitmediamarketing.com. We out this bitch. Peace.
Hey.